Welcome back, world. So, 2 days ago, I broke my toe. I dislocated and most likely broke my toe. I haven't been in to the doctors or anything because my husband is an AT and he just knew exactly what to do. But let me tell you, it was the most painful experience of my life. I know it's just a toe, but I've never broken anything else, and it's possibly the worst injury that I've ever gotten. So today I thought I'd just give you a little glimpse into what my life is like right now, and also talk about all of my worst injuries that I can remember. Because why not? And I'm stuck in bed. So it's this toe. I don't know if you can kind of tell, it's a little green and a little swollen. We were carrying the bed upstairs and I got halfway through that door and then I dropped it on my toe. This is the bed. Very fancy, awesome, lifty bed. And I dropped this part like exactly on my toe. It's pretty heavy. It's got a pretty solid metal frame and it hit my toe and then slid for a little bit and popped out my toe. I felt the pop. So as you can imagine, I was in a lot of pain. I was crying a lot. My husband handed me a belt to bite down on. Guys, I was like so scared in that moment. And then he just grabbed my little toe. The top half of it was just all bleep because it was dislocated. And he just yanked it and popped it in place. And oh my gosh, blinding pain. Ugh. Never want to experience anything like that ever again. But I'm sure I will, because life. Then we tried to ice it, but we didn't have any ice in the house. So my foot was just sitting in water, coldish water for a while, which kind of just made the pain worse for no reason, because it wasn't cold enough to like be numbing the foot. So my husband had to go out and get more ice, and oh my gosh. I don't know how people do this just like with their whole bodies, because my foot was in so much freaking pain just from the cold. And then after that, my husband wanted to check to make sure that he'd popped it back in correctly, see if there was anything else wrong with it, because that's his job. And oh my gosh, he pulled on the toe twice more, and I was literally screaming and sobbing, and again, the worst pain in my entire life. 10 out of 10 pain. Anything that I've experienced before. And I don't know why, but I thought I had a high pain tolerance because my period cramps were really bad in high school. But I guess not. Definitely not compared to athletes, according to my husband. It doesn't really hurt anymore. It's just kind of like this dull throbbing in my foot. That's totally bearable. But ouchie. Alright. I'm staying off the foot. It's already been 2 days. So maybe in another day or so I would try putting a little bit of weight on it, but my husband is the man, so I'll just do whatever he says. So for right now, I'm living on the 3rd floor, trying to go downstairs as little as possible because I don't know how much longer my left leg can take it. And this is my life right now. So I'm just chilling in bed. I got all of my potential things to do. I was building a new D&D character the other day, and I have my iPad. I can watch movies. What I've mainly been doing is some artwork. So this is that new D&D character. She's so cute. I love her. I'm so excited to play her. It hasn't been bad so far, but I definitely appreciate what it's like to be able to use both of my legs. I also have all of my snacks and water, stay hydrated, and other convenient things. And Zuko hanging out in his new little nook area, keeping me company. So I'm literally just hopping around like this all day. This is my life now. Ugh. I tried the crutches, but they just were basically too much work for just moving up and down a flight of stairs. The negative thing is Zuko thinks I'm playing with him all the time. Okay, let's go, buddy. Whew. It's an adventure. Come on. Goodness. This is dangerous. Come on. Come on. I need to take a break all the time because hopping on one leg is tiring. Especially when you're just not in shape in general. And my foot is starting to hurt from all of the hopping. But I got my cereal. And my bowl is just over there. I gotta go get it. And get it from there to here without spilling it. Honestly, I was worried that I would get fat sitting in bed doing nothing all day, but this is a workout. Just getting food and going to the bathroom is a freaking workout. But it's also because there are 2.5 flights of stairs that I need to go up to get to my bedroom. Going up the stairs is so much harder than coming down the stairs. So this is the bedroom we were in, and I used to be that far from the bathroom. But now, I have to go all the way upstairs. And then we're up there. It really seemed like a good idea until I broke my toe. Overall, not the worst experience ever, but definitely would not opt to doing it again. And we'll see how it continues as I try to get back on my feet. But luckily, I don't have a job or anything, so I've got nothing to get to, and I'm a writer and an artist. All of that I can do from bed. Let's see, the only other injury that I've had that could come close I got when I was really little. Like, it's one of the first memories that I can clearly remember, but I have a bad memory, so I was probably like 6, 7, 5, 4, I don't know, around there. Living in England, and I was down at my best friend's house down the road, Megan, and we were playing outside, and these 3 boys from Bluebell Close, the little cul-de-sac around the corner, I don't remember why, but these were just like the worst guys. I don't remember their names. I don't think I even knew their names or anything about them. They were just evil for no reason. It was just in their souls. Anyway, so they randomly just came up and started throwing dirt at us. They were like grabbing grass and dirt and just chucking it at us. And we ran for cover behind a house. And then I was like, oh, I left my shoes out there. I need my shoes. So I run back out, grab my shoes, look up for the briefest moment, and they get me in the eye. And we're pretty sure that it was a rock because it scratched my eye. And I don't remember the pain of this. I remember crying a lot. I went home, we had to go to the urgent care, and I had to wear an eye patch for like 2 weeks or something. And there was like special cream that I had to put in my eye. As a little kid, having to wear an eye patch, it was not cool. But I'm fine now. So as I mentioned before, my period cramps were really bad in high school. Really bad. Every month I would be on the bathroom floor, throwing up in the toilet. I was like breathing so hard and fast because it was so much pain that I started to lose feeling in my hands and legs. And it was kind of scary. So yeah, that hasn't happened in a while, thankfully. But that was really bad. So the only time I've ever had to go to the hospital was for the scratch in my eye, and I have a tumor on my thyroid, which you can see here. It kind of looks like an Adam's apple. People just kind of mistake it for an Adam's apple, but nope, it's a tumor. For years and years, my parents and I were like going around to doctors, getting like biopsies and ultrasounds, trying to figure out whether or not it was malignant or benign. I was on my study abroad in Africa when we got the first results back, and my sister told me, and she told me that half the tumor was like benign and half the tumor was malignant, so basically you've got cancer. You have thyroid cancer. And so for like the rest of my Africa trip, I thought I had cancer, and then I like went home and I was talking to my mom about it. I'm like, so what are we gonna do? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, Emily told me that it's cancerous. And she was like, no, the doctor said 50-50. Like, you have a 50-50 chance that it's benign or malignant. And like, they can't know for sure. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I was freaking out for no reason. I have since found out that it is not cancerous. The very first doctor doctors, guys. Some of them are great and some of them are just out to get money. It's true. The very first doctor that I ever went to for this, he was like, okay, I'm taking an ultrasound and you have this like Hashimoto's disease, so your thyroid is basically falling apart. You have this tumor and it looks really bad, so like you need to take it out right now. You need to have this operation to take it out and take your thyroid out because it's gonna fail you in like less than 18 months. And thankfully my parents are very cautious, wise people, and they didn't just listen to the first opinion. We went around. We were like, okay, well, how about we just keep an eye on it instead of making a very drastic decision of cutting my daughter's thyroid out. Anyway, so like 7 years later, my thyroid is fine, the tumor is fine. That doctor was wrong. I don't have this crazy disease that's eating out my thyroid. My tumor is not cancerous and it's not bothering me at all. Goodness. Some guys are just dramatic. Thankfully, I found a really great ENT who was like, you don't need to do anything. Like, don't listen to doctors who are like just trying to get you to do surgeries that are unnecessary because they get paid for it. It's fine. Chill out. Those are the only times I've been in the hospital for health-related issues for me. I guess getting my wisdom teeth out might also count. It's the only time I've been under anesthesia. They got knocked out. And it freaked me out so bad because like they put a ball in my hand and they were like, okay, squeeze the ball. And it was like when I'd started like breathing whatever, and I literally just had this moment where I'm like, I don't remember how to use my hand. How do I use my hand? Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't know. And like somehow I managed to squeeze the ball despite that, and I was just like, okay. But I was not loopy and funny afterwards. I was just like, just take me home and let me watch TV. Those are my stories, and this is where I'm at right now with a most likely broken toe because this, at least half the weight of this huge bed dropped solely on that toe. But it's just a toe. A toe that if it were to disappear completely, I'd still be fine. So I'm not really worried about it at all, but that was a fun experience. Definitely a new experience. Okay, bye.